Good morning and happy New Year's. Welcome back to another episode of Cody Builds, and boy, do we have a fun one for you guys today. Today is the day that we are going to get Jeff's charger mounted up to this chassis table that we built a few weeks ago. We finally got our schedules aligned. We got through the holidays here, and we're going to go pick up Jeff's charger from his house, bring it back here, and get it put on this table. Now, originally the plan was to bring Jeff's charger over here, jack the car up, put these 4x4s underneath it, put the 4x4s on jack stands, roll the table under, get the right stanchion height set, cut those pieces of iron, stick them underneath the car onto the table, weld those in place, set the car down. That was the original plan. But last weekend, I was helping Dad out with another project you guys are going to see here shortly if you haven't already. And he said, well, why don't I just bring the skid steer up? So we're here. We're waiting on Dad to get here with the skid steer. As soon as he's here, we are going to go get Jeff's charger and get to work. Now, while I'm waiting for him, I have a couple more things I need to do on this table to finish up. I've got these supports in the middle here that we need to mount some adjusters to. Just like we have these all-thread adjusters, we ran out of all-thread. I thought I ordered enough, I had not. So first thing I'm gonna do this morning, I'm gonna go ahead and get these welded up, and then as soon as Dad's here, we're gonna hit the road and get the charger back to the shop. So Dad's here with the skid steer. I'm gonna get this thing unloaded, get over to Jeff's house. So we're gonna use the skid steer, and we got some fork extensions here that we're gonna use to get up underneath the car, get it lifted up, get it put on the table. All right, we are at Jeff's house here. We're just getting ready to go. Jeff's getting some tires aired up. He's got his charger all stripped down for the most part, ready to head over to the workshop here. So we're gonna get this thing pushed up on the trailer. It remains to be seen how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try and shove it up there first, and then we may end up using a ratchet strap, come along, something to help pull it up on the trailer. Just watch it on the ice, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think so. Oh, we want to get a more of a running go at it, or just shove? Oh. You should probably get a little more momentum, no? Oh, they are already turning.
Just go lift the ramp up.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Are we still on the ramp?
You got plenty of room at the end of the ramp for the car?
I got a foot or so.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like the back of the ramp at the bottom of the
Oh, no, we got plenty of room there. Yeah. Right.
I gotta move the other tire.
Okay.
It's gonna take us
If you wanna keep, yeah, say if you wanna keep the wheel straight, they're probably gonna move on you a bunch.
Okay, you are on the trailer.
Okay. Drop the gate down, or ramp down a little. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? Look, I can put the tongue down, right? And lift the trailer tongue up a little bit. Because we're bottoming on the... We try that.
Yeah, he's gonna grab a chocolate block.
Okay. Yeah, on the gate. Yeah. You want to throw that block behind the wheel on the gate there? We could just keep behind the tire there. Just gonna sit there.
Go up and hit the button.
Yeah, Jeff, you want to just go hit the top up button?
One.
We did
That's the
Ellsworth.
one.
We did the exact same thing. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that now. It's the bottom one, the bottom set of buttons. Yep. Just about roll itself up there now. I want to watch the wheels.
It's not too bad, but keep it under wood.
Right, good enough, huh?
So why the aversion to raised white letters, Cody?
I don't know. I just feels like an old guy thing.
I qualify. I can shoulder that burden.
I was telling him, I remember back in the day when I was young, couldn't afford the white letters, we'd get the chalk and white letter them every week. Paint, they used to have white letter paint you could get through
Wow,
J.C. Whitney.
that's dedication.
It just wasn't, of course they were bald slicks, you know, racing slicks on the Pontiacs and stuff.
I can't say I might be in the minority.
Hey, you know, that is the great thing about this hobby. You know, it's whatever you want, whatever you
Yep.
like.
Exactly.
You want white letters, get white letters. You don't, you don't.
Right there.
That's probably good.
And then just drop the back and let it do its thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not gonna go too fast, too far.
No. Actually, I might be able to. Got the wheels real hard. Not gonna go as far as we want it to. Yep. He's got a better turn radius than Ellsworth. I can tell you that much.
Might be a little something wrong with the steering.
Yeah, it's not connected to the pitman arm. think it's back heavy with the rear end. I don't quite understand what he's trying to do here. What are you trying to do?
I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay.
The valve sticking, it keeps going down on its own.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the valve unstuck
Gotcha.
so it'll stay up.
okay. Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Understand.
I didn't.
My car wouldn't.
So valve sticking on the hydraulics on the skid steer for some reason. So it's not, you can see it's drifting down. He's trying to unstick the valve. Seems like he might have gotten it there. Is going to screw us. All right. I think that's pretty close to where the cross members are supposed to be. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, you can kick it in, kick that side in a little bit. Hey, go up. It's good. Yeah, I see. We're good there, right?
Good.
Well, we're touching. We're okay. We're okay. So the next question is, will we be able to push it? Is that brake on the back still on? This one on? Okay, I'm gonna shut it off and it might roll on us. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. We're dragging on this one nut. I must have got a little chunk of weld in the nut on this one. It just doesn't want to turn on its own. Hey, we got it.
Yeah.
Came close to me backing off with it, set it down because my leg was cramping up. I had to find the sweet spot in the switch to hold it.
Way to sacrifice the body, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Okay, I think we can see if we can get this thing to roll now. It might be a little difficult rolling, but
too much stress to do it on its own, it seems.
Had I welded this down, it could have had an impact on it.
Yeah, air cylinders on here would not have been a problem.
Well,
Probably all of them are gonna need that eventually.
yeah, we need a few more sponsors, so before we get to that level.
Okay.
Will it roll now? Is it gonna want to go on you? The turn? Easier for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was a little worried. It's not really meant to be off-roaded.
Right.
So it's that same.
I think that nut's hitting.
Oh, it's a different nut. All right. Okay, hold up. Oh, now it's butter.
Just like we planned.
Just like we planned it.
Check that out.
High five. Nice. Nice. Nice work. Pretty hot. All right, we are halfway there. So it might look like the car is fully mounted up on the table, but we still need to get some mounts in the front and the back put in. We have the 4 center stanchions put in, and we have the car squared up on the table. Everything is looking really good so far, and even in the areas where the car didn't quite line up, we do know that it's because of the damage that was taken to this car. You can see the floorboard is buckled over there. So where we were off in our measurements made sense, if that makes sense. So yeah, we made a lot of good progress today. Having Dad here with the skid steer was a big help. It would have been such a pain to jack this thing up and down with just the jacks and the 4x4s. We could have done it. We could have done it because we've been jacking the car up and down on the table just to get it all lined up appropriately. But I think really the hardest part is done right now. The only thing we ran into, the only issue we ran into is the body manual that we were working off of was not an exact match for the locations on the car itself. Not sure why that is, but it's showing some bracket locations and things that just are not on this car. So it's the right year and the right body style for the manual, but it just didn't line up with the car. That's okay. We know that our table is square and flat, so we were able to reference some things off of the table in order to get the car squared up on the table. So that's where we're at right now. Let me take you down underneath and show you guys. So we've got these 4 uprights, one here, one over there, one here, and one on the other side. And those are just 2x2 with a piece of 3/16 plate on the top, and then we welded in a piece of 3/4 inch round rod on top that locates through holes that are in the frame itself. So The car is now kind of self-locating. There is some play because we use a 3/4 inch rod and the holes are 1 inch. That does give us a little bit of play where we can have some adjustment in the car and get the car truly squared up on the table. Once we get the table in position where we want it, we get the table leveled out, then we can kind of play around with the car, take a few measurements and make sure we truly have the car squared up on the table and where it needs to be. And then we can kind of lock it into place. So we've got just a little bit more work to do. Like I said, we've got to tie in the back half and the front half here. We're probably gonna go ahead and drop the rear end out, possibly the K-member, get this thing down to just the bare chassis here, the bare body and chassis, and then we're gonna get to work. All right, so we got the back. All right, so I got the back stanchions welded in here. We're finding that the car obviously is a little bit out of square, and we knew that already, but kind of our squared up stanchions on the table are telling us that as we attach things to the car here. So I'm gonna slide around and show you guys. This is what we did here was we made a saddle basically for these back frame rails, one on each side. Now on that side, because that side is about a 1/2 inch out of square, maybe not quite a 1/2 inch, but somewhere around 3/8 of an inch or so out of square, we took the outside edge of the saddle and tilted it out just a little bit to accommodate the frame for now. What we know when we put this new frame rail in, that's going to have to be squared up on that stanchion because that is squared up on the table, and then we know that the table is square. So as are all the rest of our connection points throughout the rest of the car here. So we've got basically the back half completed. Jeff's been working on the suspension up there. One more thing to note is we are tight down onto the stanchion, and that one over there has maybe a 1/4 inch gap between the frame rail and the top of the stanchion there. So we know this car is tweaked a couple different ways, and we're gonna have to try and correct that when we are putting in our new frame sections and putting in the new floor and all that. So the good news is we know the table is square and flat, so we can, as long as all of our measurements off of that are correct, when we start measuring things up from the top side, we'll be able to do some cross measurements and make sure we square the chassis up and confirm it's square from the top side. So we're gonna move along to the front of the car here. And Jeff's been working on getting the suspension out. Basically he took off the nuts for the top control arm, and then underneath that there are 4 bolts here that need to come out in addition to your bolts for the upper control arm. So once those 4 are out, and then you break loose the 4 on the bottom side, essentially this whole K-member will drop out. So he's got all the bolts loose on this. Shockingly, everything came loose, and we're going to be able to remove all the plates off of this now and start dropping the front end out from underneath this car.
Take the shock off, then this can come out.
Yep, we'll have to take the shock off.
Okay, will do.
It might be easier to get the bottom bolt out than the top, just how crusty that top one is. I don't know.
This one's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you on that one. That one's in really bad shape. So what do you use to, if I remember correctly, like you got to hold this, you had to hold this while you turn
Otherwise you turn the whole shock loose.
I mean, do you have a trick, or I've just used channel lock?
Yeah, I don't really have a trick, to be honest with you. Is it coming loose on you?
Oh yeah.
All right.
That was
excellent.
So if this one came loose, that one's definitely.
Yeah. That's 9/16.
9/16, yes.
Oh yeah. That one didn't put up any fight at all. You want the ratchet wrench?
Yeah.
It's a little faster.
I think I'm loose enough where it'll.
Okay.
a tad too far.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, let me there you go, right there. Perfect. I just didn't want to tip
Yep.
it on this. I mean, it's probably back heavy as it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it probably is.
But as long as the cross member is centered on your saddle, I'll feel better about that.
Okay, the big impacts there. If you want to go ahead and run your side loose. Yeah, I think you're there. Now this side, since the other two are loose already, it might start to come loose from the frame. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that side was pretty close. So I ran those pretty far down.
Okay.
I'm really glad we don't have to fight these.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. That one was already out.
All right, well, okay, so now I think the K-member should be ready to just drop down out of this thing. I'm gonna put the camera up on the tripod here so we got an extra set of hands and see if we can drop the suspension out of this car. So I'm gonna go slow and see what happens here. Yeah, it's back heavy. It's definitely back heavy. Oh, you know what? Let's get the other jack and a block and go between the two mounting points back there. And then we can lower the front and the back together. Okay. Let's grab that 2x6 that's over there. And even if it sits on the table, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Because it's gonna have to come down and sit on top of the table anyways. We need to lower it. Good there. Okay. We're gonna have to do this together. So I'm gonna keep this right where it's at. You wanna start lowering the front?
Let's make sure it breaks away from the frame.
Is it going down? Yep, there it goes. Okay, we're loose on the driver's side.
Yeah, you're loose over here.
Yeah, okay, good. Oh, you know what? Brake lines. We gotta remove those. Okay. Okay, I think we can continue with the front coming down.
Okay. Are we gonna let this rest on the table?
Yep, right down onto the table.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, I think you can bring it on down. Now we just gotta get it off there. All right, so we got the K-member mostly out of the vehicle here. We're gonna pop the steering box off. But Jeff's had off the car at least once already, so it'll come off fairly easy. It'll cut quite a bit of weight off the front of this thing, so when we go to lift it off the table here, we might have an easier time of it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make a difference.
I'm gonna shimmy forward a little more here. Okay. Now we're gonna have to go up and out. You tell me.
Well, let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do, Cody, just so you know, is I'm gonna have to lift up and move my disc. My disc is like this. I'm gonna have to move it like this to clear the support.
Okay.
And then it can come straight out.
Okay.
So that's what
I can go straight out, so I just need to lift and come out.
Okay. So I can do that all at once. On the count of 3?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And
I'm hooked on my tie rod.
Okay.
I'm good, so you can, whatever.
I'm good too.
All right.
Okay, wasn't pretty.
Hey, got it out though.
It was effective.
All right.
That was good?
Yeah, oh yeah. You guys can see we got the K-member out. It wasn't too bad getting that out of there. The frame up front's in really good shape up here. We decided how we're gonna tie this in to the frame table is we're gonna go ahead and move these fuel lines and we're gonna run a bar right up the inside of the table here, right to the side of the frame. We're just gonna tack that into the side of the frame. And we're gonna get the front end square and level on the table. And then that'll basically be our 0 point, and everything else will work off of that. So we're gonna go ahead and get these lines removed and get our uprights welded in and tacked to the body here. First thing, I'm just gonna make sure we're square, which we are, nice and square there. I'm gonna put a tack on this side. And I'm gonna come around and check it on this side. Yeah, if I push that tight, it squares it straight up, so that's perfect.
That was a little freaky that it went flat. So I'm glad you told me.
Okay, and then last but not least, we're just going to tack this in up here. Okay, just a couple tack welds. I didn't go too crazy on the frame there. I'm going to grab my tape measure real quick and just confirm our measurement here. Yeah, it's right. It's just a shade over 14 1/4 on the back side to the bottom of the frame. Okay, so next up here, I'm gonna square this up. We're pretty square there, so I'm gonna throw a tack in. And then I'm gonna just check square with that tight. Very good. Hold that tight so we can weld in the back side. Oh. Okay. All right, now we need to be 14 1/4 on the back side. I got a feeling we're going to be about a 1/2 inch off, which we are just under 1/2 inch off. So now we need to put tension down on this rail and bring this down to where it measures just 14 1/4 inches on the inside up to the bottom of the frame here. So we're going to do that, get this side tacked in. We use a couple of my woodworking clamps actually. I've got this long 48-inch clamp, this big bar clamp, and that worked perfectly for drawing this side of the frame down a little bit less than ½ inch is what we had to go. But right now we are at exactly the same height in the front. We are centered up side to side. So I'm going to go ahead and tack this upright right to the frame. And then this is basically going to be our 0 point for the rest of the chassis. We'll know that this is square and level in the front, and we can work off that all the way to the back of the car. All right, I put 2 pretty good tacks in on those just to be extra safe here. We're gonna go ahead and release these clamps. And now the front of the car is hard mounted to our frame table. Now, I will be clear, we have not leveled this table yet. We've only gotten all the uprights put in place, but we know that this table is square and flat from when we built it. So by using the cross member as a reference point, we don't necessarily need the frame to be level yet. It will be critical that it's level when we start making adjustments and doing things further back on the car. But right now we know that both of these frame rails are exactly the same height above the table, which is exactly what we want because we had this table level and flat. So I'm going to go ahead, get my bar clamps out of here, and basically now we've got the car mounted down on the table. The next step here is going to be to pull the rear end out of the car, and then basically at that point we're ready to do a little review of the car, look at all that needs to be repaired, and then we're going to start bracing the car for all of the repairs. We're going to be starting on the passenger side. That's where most of the damage has occurred, and we're going to probably start with the rocker panel on the passenger side. But that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. As always, guys, if you don't work on your projects, they will not work on themselves. Get out in the garage, get building, and I'll see you on the next episode of Cody Builds.